Welcome to DVCom Technology. In this lab, I am going to show it to you how to establish site-to-site VPN between DrayTek and Cisco. And let's go and understand the lab topology before we start the configuration. In my lab topology, we have a Cisco 1921 router and we have Viger 2862 LAC router. And in Cisco side, we configured static IP, and in DrayTek side, we configured the dynamic public IP. And again, in the Cisco side, the internal network is 192.168.10.1. And in the DrayTek side, we configured 192.168.20.1. So here, we need to understand one important thing. Let's say here, in head office, we have a Cisco router which is having a static public IP, which is 195.229.219.5. In the remote locations, we have a dynamic IPs. So there is no static IPs. So we are trying to establish the dynamic VPN between the DrayTek and Cisco. And let's go and see what's the IP address in the DrayTek side, and let's understand that how I'm going to configure this topology. Let's go and access my DrayTek router, which is 192.168.20.1 and admin username and password. Let's go and see here 192.168.20.1 is my internal network and my internet network is automatic. If you go to the WAN and click on internet access, then click on the details page, you can see here my service provider has given this IP. This is my public IP. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to configure the dynamic VPN. Let's go here, VPN and remote access, then click on the LAN to LAN. But before I'm going to configure my VPN, make sure that the phase 1 and phase 2 parameters has to be matched. So already I have got it from my Cisco guy. He given me phase 1 parameters as encryption is SSS, hash is MD5, authentication is pre-shared key, and group 2 and lifetime is 86,400, and pre-shared key is Cisco 123. Yep. And phase 2 and 3 days MD5 and lifetime is 3600. Let's go and do the same parameters so that the tunnel is going to come up. In case if you have any doubt, you just go and have a look on the configuration again, then after that you can get back to us. Because make sure that phase 1 and phase 2 parameters has to be matched, then only the tunnel is going to up. So let's click on this and click on enable this profile, and I can give you Cisco VPN. Yeah. Then after that, say dial out, always on. Then after that, in my DrayTek side, we connected with WAN 2 first. Then after that, go to dial out settings, IPsec tunnel. Then after that, I'm going to configure here the server IP, which is my Cisco 229.219.5. Then the pre-shared key is Cisco 123. Let's go and copy this guy. Then click OK. Now, if you see here, I'm going to use SSS with authentication. Then after that, you can click OK. Then after that, go back again. Then go to advanced. There you can see here SSS is encryption and defilement group is 2, and authentication I am going to use MD5. And phase 2 proposals, I am going to use SSS MD5, and phase 1 lifetime, which is 86,400, and phase 2 is 3,600. That's fine. Then after that, click OK. Then go down and specify here your remote network IP in Cisco side, which is 192.168.10.1. Then after that, click OK. Now say OK. Now come back to here, connection management. The tunnel is up, and let's go and send some traffic. And let's open command prompt, and I just connected with my DrayTek router. The IP address I got it from 10.11, and try to ping 192.168.10.1. There you go. So now my tunnel is up. I can able to see the traffic here. Just refresh it here. You can able to see the traffic. So this is how I configured between my Cisco and DrayTek router. And here in my DrayTek side, we don't have any static public IP, it has a dynamic IP. But in Cisco side, we have a static public IP. And if you see here the Cisco configuration, show run, and these are the configurations you need to do. I have enabled the DHCP here in my Cisco side. Then after that, these are my phase 1 and phase 2 parameters. Then after that, I have configured the dynamic VPN. This is very important to understand that. Then after that, I just configured my public IP and I configured my internal IP. Then after that, I have configured certain ACLs and I allowed my traffic to the internet. There you go. This is how I done it. So especially this is the solution is very useful and very important, especially if the customer planning to go with dynamic IP. For example, in the remote locations, if they have a small branches and if they have a dynamic IP, then you can go on to use this solution. Thank you for watching. For sales, please send us an email, sales@datavoice.com.